10 Lessons I Learned by Reading The Psychology of Money by Morgan House. Money success isn't determined by your knowledge, IQ, or math skills. It comes down to behavior, and once you are conscious of your patterns, you may use the power of your own mind, thoughts, and will to truly transform your life. The book, The Psychology of Money, is a masterpiece that emphasizes the most common money mistakes people make. Even if we came from different areas, different regions, and different financial histories, we all act the same way when it comes to money. So money management is an exceptional talent. In other words, money management is a life skill that everyone should master. So here are 10 lessons from the psychology of money that have forever transformed the way I see my finances. But before we start, make sure you smash that like button and hit the subscribe and notification button if you haven't already done so, as it means that YouTube sends you more of these kinds of videos and it helps our channel. So now, let's get started. Number 10. In life, a good rule of thumb is anything that may break will ultimately break. This rule will be important for the rest of our lives. If you just have one source of income right now, you are on the verge of disaster. We've seen what COVID-19 has done to companies and industries. People who had been working for a long period were no longer able to do so, and those with no alternative source of income faced financial disaster. Companies that thrived were those in the field of e-commerce. As we go, a crucial lesson is to broaden your income streams and skill set. Number 9. Real prosperity is something you can't see. Every day, we witness huge overspending. Take a look at our social media feeds, and you'll see Ferraris, cash on display, and people having the time of their lives. When comparing lifestyles, it is easy to feel miserable. What you don't see is the truth, whether they are renting fancy stuff or how many years of hard labor they have put in to afford such items. Don't be swayed by other people's displays of wealth. Be more interested in what they did to acquire their money and learn how you may apply those lessons to your situation. Number 8. One of the most effective strategies to improve your savings is to increase your humility rather than your income. Ego may be an enemy since you believe you deserve all of the praises rather than being financially cautious. Taking the ego out of my decisions will be wiser in the future, especially if it results in the accomplishment of a long-term goal. Number 7. Controlling your time yields the biggest return on investment. Money's essential worth is its power to provide you with the control over your time. Unspent assets provide you more flexibility in terms of what you can accomplish and when you can do it. Number 6. You may be wrong 50% of the time and yet make a fortune. Warren Buffett once stated at a shareholder meeting that many of his ventures did not work out. However, the ones that did well paid for all of the bad investments, so he continues to invest. The experience taught me to be patient with my finances and reminded me of an important lesson in being a YouTube creator. You have a better chance of several videos performing well if you regularly bring out new content. Just don't stop. Hey, here's a quick reminder before we continue. Make sure you smash that like button and hit the subscribe and notification button if you haven't already done so, as it means that YouTube sends you more of these kinds of videos, and it helps our channel. Okay, let's get back to the video. Number 5. Planning is necessary, but the most crucial aspect of any plan is to plan on a plan, rather than acting according to a plan. Nothing happens as planned, yet many of our plans appear to be rigid. Essentially, it would be preferable if you possessed NASA precision to ensure that your plans would not fail. So I'll create my financial plans, hoping for the best, but prepare for the worst and leave room for error since you never know what might happen. Number 4. Compound interest is a powerful force. Warren Buffett's investment success is frequently mentioned throughout the book, as he has been investing for decades. Consider Buffett in comparison to Jim Simmons, the founder of Renaissance Technologies, a quantitative hedge fund based in New York. In that scenario, Simmons is the superior investor because he began in his 40s and grew crazy wealthy. Buffett, on the other hand, is regarded as a legend since compound interest provided an advantage over a long period of time. Number 3. Enough is the key. Getting the goalpost to stop moving is one of the most difficult financial skills in the world. This is evident in our consumer-driven lifestyles. Our capitalistic system makes it simple to feel good about yourself with the latest technology or item, and you have to keep getting them. The lesson here is enough is enough. Learn to be satisfied with what you have. Number 2, be cautious who you praise and adore. Be careful who you look down upon and wish to avoid becoming. How many more articles will be headlined, "Warren Buffett invested in XYZ firm, and you should do the same to get wealthy"? Or, "Jeff Bezos read these 5 books, and they will make you rich and powerful." Although the books they read are excellent, there is much more to them than meets the eye. Hard work, connections, failures, discipline, and luck, all of the behind-the-scenes stuff that shaped them into who they are, aren't portrayed in these stories. We simply see the headlines and think we can do it too. Those with secure jobs and no financial problems, on the other hand, are viewed in a less favorable light by society. So don't be overly impressed with the people on the Forbes list in the future. Instead, praise and applaud their successes. Focus on the story of how they got there, the journey rather than the destination. Number 1, every financial choice we make is justified by putting the information we know at the time into our unique mental model of how the world works. If you find yourself falling to impulse purchases on a regular basis, there were so many things you desired but didn't need, and you were kicking yourself for spending money on them. That means you acted against your better judgment to fulfill a sudden craving. When you grew up with a family and friends that impulse shopped all the time, it will be normal for you to do so as well, because you've been conditioned, and the cycle will continue till you reach adulthood. So this book will help you realize where your impulse spending came from, and by that, you're going to adjust that behavior and mental model so the next 20 years are financially better than the last 20. Money in reality is like a magnifying glass. It makes you more of who you are. If you're generous with people, you'll be even more the same with money. If you're rude and self-centered with people, you'll be even ruder and more self-centered with money. Money is only a tool, and you have complete control over how you use it. These 10 lessons were game changers for me, and I hope they will help you as well. Thank you for being all ears throughout the entire video. If you'd like to learn more about the nature of this business, subscribe now and click on the notification bell to be updated with my latest uploads. To create is effort, to copy is genius. Albert Einstein. If you want to expand your income by engaging with some side hustles, feel free to contact me so we'll get things moving right away. Remember, if you want to change your life, let's make a change together. You need to make a change.